Have you heard that giving someone the cold shoulder was once considered polite hospitality? Stay tuned.
Cold shoulder.
Why would medieval hosts deliberately serve cold meat to their guests? Picture this. It's medieval England and you're a guest who's clearly overstayed your welcome, but your host is too polite to just kick you out. So, what do? They serve you a stone-cold piece of meat from the shoulder of mutton, pork, or beef. Meanwhile, welcome guests, they get warm, freshly cooked servings straight from the fire. This brilliantly passive-aggressive move from the early 1800s gave us giving someone the cold shoulder. Medieval hosts, the original masters of subtle hints.
Spill the beans?
So what if I told you that ancient Greeks used beans to guard their most deadly secrets? In ancient Greece, democracy had a dark side. When voting to banish someone from the city forever, literally a life-or-death decision, they used secret ballots. White beans meant, yes, banish them. Black beans meant, no, let them stay. These votes were counted in absolute secrecy behind closed doors. But if someone accidentally knocked over the voting jar, scattering beans everywhere, they literally spilled the beans, exposing everyone's secret votes. From ancient democracy to modern gossip, loose lips sink ships, but spilled beans sink reputations.
Break the ice.
This innocent conversation starter comes from one of history's most dangerous jobs. Imagine being the crew of an ice-breaking ship in the freezing Arctic waters. Your job? Sail ahead of merchant vessels and literally smash through thick frozen waterways with your ship. One wrong move, one crack in the wrong place, and your ship and your life could be swallowed by the icy depths. The first ship to successfully break the ice made safe passage possible for everyone following behind. This life-threatening social service gave us our phrase. Modern small talk is definitely safer than the original ice-breaking.
Let the cat out of the bag.
Medieval con artists created this phrase with the ultimate bait-and-switch scam. Picture a bustling medieval marketplace. A seller shows you a plump, healthy pig, exactly what you want to buy. "Here's your pig," they say, handing you a tied burlap bag. "Just take it home and enjoy." But when you get home, you open the bag. Surprise! Out jumps a much cheaper cat, instead of your expensive pig. The moment that cat leaped out, the scam was exposed, literally letting the cat out of the bag. From livestock fraud to spoiling surprises, cats have been ruining plans for centuries.
Rule of thumb.
Before thermometers, brewers used their body parts as scientific instruments. Medieval brewers faced a life-or-death problem for their business. Beer that's too hot kills the yeast, no fermentation, and too cold, same thing, also no fermentation. No fermentation means no beer, which means no income. But how do you measure temperature without modern tools? Master brewers discovered that their thumb was the perfect thermometer. I guess it doesn't matter which one. If the brewing mixture felt comfortably warm to their thumb, not too hot, not too cold, the temperature was exactly right. This practical rule of thumb became any rough guideline. From brewery science to life advice, sometimes the best tools are right at hand.
Bite the bullet.
This tough-it-out phrase comes from battlefield surgery without anesthesia. Civil War battlefield hospitals were places of unimaginable horror. Soldiers facing amputation or emergency surgery had no painkillers. Anesthesia hadn't been invented yet. But surgeons needed patients to stay perfectly still and not bite through their own tongue from excruciating pain. The solution? Doctors would give soldiers a lead bullet to bite down on during the procedure. The soft lead wouldn't break their teeth and gave them something to focus on while literally biting the bullets. So next time you're dreading something difficult, remember, at least there's no actual bullet involved.
Close, but no cigar.
This phrase comes from carnival games where the prizes were worth serious money. Early 1900s carnivals featured games of skill that seemed simple but were incredibly difficult to win. The top prize, premium cigars that cost as much as a day's wages. These weren't cheap. Carnival barkers would shout encouragement as players got tantalizingly close to winning. When someone almost won but missed by just a fraction, barkers would call out, "Close, but no cigar!" The phrase stuck for any near miss. From carnival skill games to modern disappointments, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Say what?
And that's all for this week's edition of Have You Heard? Please leave a comment if you learned something absolutely flabbergasting, or let me know which one of these lucky 7 phrases surprised you the most. I'm Troy W. Hudson, the voiceover with personality. Until next time, stay curious.